Brooke.
I'm Todd.
And this is Football Friday.
Cheers.
So this week on Football Friday, we will be talking about cards.
Cards? What kind of cards?
Yellow cards and red cards.
Oh, like postcards?
No.
Oh, and playing cards?
Not exactly.
Yellow cards and red cards.
Yes. According to ESPN, yellow cards signal a warning to the player that they have broken a rule and to proceed with caution, while a red card is shown for more serious offenses and can result in much harsher consequences.
Harsher consequences? That sounds fantastic.
I mean, I wouldn't be so sure. It's not really so fantastic for the team that gets a red card.
Oh, really? What are the consequences?
So, a player that is shown a red card is immediately removed from the game, and the team cannot replace them with another player.
So how do they immediately remove him from the game?
He must immediately leave the pitch.
Oh, okay, so they don't zap him with a transporter beam or something?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's next year.
Yeah, probably, yep.
Okay, so this is interesting, but shouldn't there be a green card also? Like traffic lights have red lights, yellow lights, and green lights?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't think they need a green card exactly, because they're already playing the game.
Okay, but how do they know that they can go? Oh, I know this one. The pitch, the field is green.
Yes, it is.
Oh, so if they're on the field, they got their green card.
I guess so.
Nice. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what about a yellow card?
A yellow card, according to ESPN, because that's where I'm getting all my information. Figured they're a pretty good source for this. So a player can earn a yellow card. It's a question. How does a player earn a yellow card? A number of actions can result in a yellow card. A reckless tackle, arguing with an official, faking an injury, wasting time, or any act of unsportsmanlike conduct can earn a yellow card.
Oh, okay. So we saw Vinny Jr. get a yellow card the other day.
Yes, he did.
I think he was doing two or three of those things. I think he was annoying the ref and faking an injury and just in general, trying to...
It happens, and, sometimes he almost got himself a second yellow card when he was leaving the pitch.
Okay. Because, so even though he's leaving the pitch, he can still get a yellow card?
Yes. Actually, even the coach can get a yellow card.
Wow. Can fans get a yellow card?
I don't think so. I think they're just immediately removed from the stadium.
Oh, okay. So they just go straight to red.
Yeah.
Or straight to jail.
Yeah.
Depending on what they do.
A lot of the time, some fans, they will yell things at the players and just don't get in trouble for it.
Oh, okay.
So.
They shouldn't be yelling things at the players.
No, they shouldn't. It's not very nice.
Unless they're yelling out their takeout order.
Well, yeah, but they might not get it.
Okay. Yeah. So they might say, "Hey, Mbappe, bring me a extra large pepperoni pizza."
Yeah, if he did that, he'd probably get a red card.
Oh, if he
left
could
to go get it.
Oh, if he went to go get the pepperoni. Okay. So. Okay, so what happens if you get 2 yellow cards in a game?
So it's so great that you asked that, because that is the next part of this website. What are the consequences of a yellow card? Receiving 2 yellow cards in a single match equates to a red card and an automatic and immediate ejection. Those 2 words are synonyms.
Automatic and immediate?
Fairly close to being synonyms.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I guess you could get it. You could get a not automatic immediate ejection. Injection. Ejection.
That too.
So, I guess you can get a manual ejection.
I suppose.
Okay. Do you think eventually they'll have ejection seats? Like
for the player or for the fans?
For the players or the fans or the coaches.
Or the
if they get the red card or 2 yellows, So if they get the second yellow card, do they then also get a red card? So you could get
Yeah, so a second yellow card is shown as a red card, I believe. I actually have never seen a game where a player has gotten 2 yellow cards in a match.
I think a long time ago, I did see a player get shown the yellow card, and because it was a second, then the ref
Showed the red card?
showed the red card as well. I kind of remember that from it might have been like the 1998 World Cup or something. I don't remember.
Well, I believe in some tournaments, like in the Euros, it was throughout the whole tournament. You could only get, like, if you got a second yellow card, you were banned from the next match.
Oh, so you get banned from the next match.
Yes.
If you get if you have a yellow card in game 1, and then you get a yellow card in game 2. Then game 3, you are sitting in the stands.
You can't even be in the stands, I believe.
Oh, they don't even let you be a fan.
Can't even be near the pitch. No.
Oh, okay. Like, do they get a restraining order? Like,
no, but they definitely have to pay attention.
Okay. Do players ever like wear a disguise and go sit in the stands?
No, but I've heard about a coach doing that.
Oh, okay.
So,
which coach would that be?
I don't actually remember, but I heard somewhere there was a coach that it was a National League South team in Wales. So not National League, but the tier under it.
Okay.
He would, if he got banned from a game, he would put on a disguise and go see the game. But I can't remember what the team name is, but I saw In Welcome to Wrexham. That's
nice. Yeah.
I know.
That's a fun show, too.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You might not have gotten that far in the show.
Okay. No, I think I watched most of it.
Season 3.
Okay. I don't know if I've seen all seasons 3. Shout out to Rob and Ryan.
Yeah, maybe
we're
they'll
big
come
fans.
in. Yeah, maybe they'll come and be on the podcast.
And we'll invite them.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
We'll send them the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a free advertisement for them, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gotten my red card in immediate ejection. Do I have to leave the stadium immediately, or can I go take a shower and?
I believe you go back to the changing rooms.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure. Let me see. What are the consequences of a red card? Let's see what ESPN says. The consequences of a red card can be significantly detrimental to a team. Players who receive a red card are immediately ejected from the field of play and are unable to compete in the remainder of the match. In the FIFA World Cup, players are also banned from starting in the next match. Once a player is ejected, the manager of the offending team may not replace them with another player, so the team must compete with one fewer player than the opposing team for the rest of the match.
Wow. So
it did not answer the question that you were asking.
Okay, but that is another piece of information that we didn't know, is that you not only have to leave the pitch immediately, you can't get subbed for. So now you if you start with 11 guys and then you get a red card, it's now 10. Your team it has to struggle on with only 10 people out there.
Yep.
And I wonder if your teammates get mad at you for letting them down.
Probably not. They're probably more angry at the ref.
Okay. So, is it pretty much always the ref's fault, and it's never the player's fault?
100%, yeah.
So the players never actually do anything wrong?
No, never. They could never.
Okay. So, so they never, like, throw a punch or...
no.
Or
knee someone in the groin.
Or stick their cleats in somebody's face or anything like that. Or, No. Clearly all the players are perfect sportsmen. Yeah. And the ref is clearly blind, right?
Yeah.
He would never,
No.
he or he's dreaming and imagining things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just so we're clear on that.
Yeah.
So good. So I heard you were telling me a little bit ago about the last game that we watched, or maybe you watched the whole thing and I only watched half,
of it.
and because it's some of these games are too late for me, and I'm old and my bedtime's at like 3 p.m. And so you were saying that one team got a whole bunch of yellow cards, and the other team was mauling the first team and didn't get any.
Correct.
Oh, okay. And so do we think that the ref just really thought that the first team looked good in yellow?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because, there was at least one that was very deserved at the end of the game, but there was one at the beginning that it was a little bit dicey, and then there were a couple plays from the other team that should have been yellow cards and weren't, and weren't even counted as fouls, which is a bit of an issue.
So the ref gets to decide what's a foul and what's not.
Yes.
Okay. And if the ref today, for one team thinks, well, this team's really good and they can do no wrong, so clearly they can't be committing fouls, then the other team is naturally having to commit fouls to keep up, then the ref could slant the game one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. I heard somewhere, I don't know how true this is, that I think it was either UEFA, which is the European Federation of Football, like the European Football Association.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It might have been FIFA though, which is all of the associations of football from around the world. It said that refs must now declare their team that they support at the beginning of the season to rule out any biases. I don't know if it's true. I heard it somewhere or saw it, but I only saw it once.
So if I'm a ref, I could, and I have to declare a team that I'm a supporter of. I might say I'm a supporter of Inter Milan.
Okay.
But really, I'm a big fan of Juventus, and I just call and so then I go in and ref all the Juventus games. But I guess I wouldn't be allowed to ref the Juventus games because they would, the results of those games have a direct effect on Inter Milan's place in the standings.
I suppose. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how it would work.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. So we're relying on the refs' honesty about what they're going to declare, and then I'm assuming that then they can't even ref games in the league of their team that they support.
I don't know that either.
I mean, that would be fair to me, but and so I guess if I'm a ref and I'm from Italy, I should not be reffing in Italy because
that's not necessarily true. Not everyone from a country supports a team in that country.
Oh, okay. Well, I know. I've seen in the Euros that the refs were from countries other than the countries of the teams that were playing.
Yes.
So I know they definitely paid attention to that.
Yes.
Good. So at least it looks like they're trying to rule out some bias.
Yes.
Okay. But then again, sometimes I guess some of the players on the field might just annoy me more than others.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
And so maybe I don't like purple hair, and one of the players has dyed their hair purple.
Yeah.
Okay, so I could just call fouls on that person.
I suppose, yeah.
Okay. So what about handballs? Do you get a card for a handball?
I don't think so. I think it's just a foul, and if it happens in the penalty box or penalty area, then it's a penalty.
Okay.
I think if it's the other team that commits the handball.
Okay, but yeah. I think I kind of remember maybe they used to where an intentional handball in the box preventing a goal was definitely a yellow card.
See,
or maybe even a red card. I don't know.
I haven't seen any intentional handballs.
Okay.
So maybe that's the difference, is that maybe they do show a card for an intentional handball, but I don't think I've seen a game with any intentional handballs. Okay.
I think I remember seeing something in one of the World Cups that we watched, but I'm old and my memory's bad, so I forget these things. So.
Yeah. Well, we should probably talk a little bit about the history of yellow cards and red cards, because it's actually really interesting.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So, it goes back to the 1970 World Cup in Mexico. Mm-hmm. So, this is all on ESPN, because I don't feel like finding another website. It says, what are the origins/history of the yellow and red cards in soccer? Because it's ESPN, so it says soccer and not football. Oh. Yeah. The sport's color-coded disciplinary system was first introduced in professional soccer during the 1970 World Cup in Mexico. British referee Ken Aston's desire for a clearer display of on-field cautions and punishments brought about the colorful cards. One interesting historical note involving yellow and red cards. During the 2006 World Cup in Germany, Portugal and the Netherlands had a testy showdown that resulted in 16 yellow cards and 4 red cards. Cristiano Ronaldo was forced to exit the match after suffering a knee injury on a foul that drew a yellow card. Each team ended the match that later became known as the Battle of Nuremberg with just 9 players. Okay, that is not the thing that I was looking for, because I read it somewhere about the history of it. I thought it was really interesting.
So if you give 20 red cards, could you have a game one versus one?
Interesting. I don't know. That would be really interesting. I don't know if that's ever happened.
I'm sure it's probably never happened.
Probably not.
Then it seems a little crazy. So.
Oh boy, that would be very interesting. Let's see if this one has.
So they've only been doing yellow cards and red cards for 50-some years.
Yes.
If my math serves me, 54 years since 1970.
So there was an incident. This is according to Wikipedia on why they thought they needed the color-coded cards. Okay, so according to Wikipedia on this one, the idea of using a universal language, neutral colored cards to communicate a referee's intentions originated in association football with English referee Ken Aston. Aston had been appointed to the FIFA Referees Committee and was responsible for all referees at the 1966 FIFA World Cup. In the quarterfinals, England played Argentina at Wembley Stadium. After the match, newspaper reports stated that referee Rudolf Kreitlin had cautioned Englishmen Bobby and Jack Charlton, as well as sent off Argentinian Antonio Bratton. The referee had not made his decision clear during the game, so England manager Alf Ramsey approached a FIFA representative for post-match clarification. This incident started Aston thinking about ways to make a referee's decisions clearer to both players and spectators. Aston realized that a color-coding scheme based on the same principle as used on traffic lights, yellow, stop if safe to do so, red, stop, would transcend language barriers and make it clear that a player had been cautioned or expelled. As a result, yellow cards to indicate a caution and red cards to indicate an expulsion were used for the first time in the 1970 FIFA World Cup in Mexico.
Very interesting.
Yes.
Good.
There was one thing that I saw like a while ago about it. That I thought was really interesting, but I can't seem to find it on the only 2 links that I clicked on. But it was because there was a player that didn't speak English and just ignored what the ref was saying, or didn't speak a language that the ref spoke, and ignored what the referee was saying and wouldn't leave the pitch, and they had to call the police.
Wow.
But I can't seem to find it, so maybe that's not true.
No, it could be, or and it's that would be interesting. You're on the soccer or football field, and you don't know what the ref is saying because he's speaking Swiss German, and we don't understand anything.
Yeah,
in Swiss
especially
German.
A German player. If the ref is speaking Swiss German, they'll just look at you like blankly.
And then and he's saying "geh weg" or something, or "go away," get off the field. Yeah. And you don't know what that means, so you just stand there, and then they call the police and bring the handcuffs in and take you to jail. Do they take you to the jail?
No.
Okay.
They just take them off.
I've heard Swiss jails are quite nice though.
I have heard that too.
Okay.
I don't actually know. I've heard Swedish jails have saunas in them.
Oh, okay.
So.
And what about Finnish?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Because I think the sauna was invented by the Finns, or maybe they perfected it. I don't know.
I don't know. I do know that saunas are really nice.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I think it's really a important thing to have this kind of universal language with the red cards and yellow cards, because it's something that like everyone will know, and like now they're kids are growing up with like this. Being taught to them as they play, so I think it's very interesting.
Good. Yeah, hopefully the kids aren't getting yellow cards and red cards though.
Well, no, hopefully not. I don't know if when Rin was playing, if he ever got any cards.
No, he didn't. But
if any of them did, I don't remember.
No, I don't think any of our kids or your siblings, my kids, got any cards. You certainly didn't.
No.
Although you had the opposite problem of of not wanting to be on the field.
No.
Or if you were on the field, you just wanted to hang out with the coach. So, but that's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
So, I guess I'm kind of curious in terms of, does the ref ever give a warning before, like for a foul and not give a yellow card?
Yes. So if you get a foul, then I think the team that gets the foul against them gets a free kick.
Okay.
Or a penalty if it's in the penalty area.
Sure. But I guess if that team already has the advantage and the play is still moving and they get fouled, mm-hmm. I think the ref lets the play continue.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if Jude Bellingham mm-hmm. has the ball and is dribbling mm-hmm. down and has an opportunity to score, and somebody comes and trips Mbappe from behind, mm-hmm. They'll still let the play continue to see if Bellingham can score the goal.
I don't actually know, but I'm sure that's true because I've seen them say on the the commentators say, oh, and they're letting the play continue. So okay. I'm sure that's. Mm-hmm.
So if they let the play continue, mm-hmm. And don't call the foul immediately, can the ref then go back and give a yellow card once the play is finished?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he has. Does he have to stop the play then to give the yellow card, or?
I think so. I think that's true. Not 100% sure.
Okay, well maybe we can look this up for our next episode and find the answer.
Exactly.
I'm curious now because so that was interesting. That I do remember when I was a kid and playing. Mm-hmm. We had a team play against us, and, mm-hmm. and they had somebody get a red card. So I don't remember why. Yeah. Well, they might have just been wearing the wrong color shorts or something. No, but mm-hmm. Yeah. So what else is there to know about cards? Anything?
Not quite sure. I think that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. Now we've all learned everything about how they give cards out. Yep. Or at least we've learned how much we don't know about about penalties and cards and mm-hmm. fouls and mm-hmm. and faking injuries and so.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening to Football Friday, and don't forget to check out our regular weekly episodes of Wine Together. If you want to join the conversation, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok @WineTogetherPod.